Well, I got a peg leg coyote here. Um, the set is at the base of this draw, and behind me is a stock dam. And anyway, some other trapper got ahead of me on this one, but he couldn't hold him. So anyway, it just pays to have good equipment. The base lamination, come on. Heck, his face is even all grizzled up. Let's see if we can get that. Oh boy, just really has had a tough time. He's a resilient guy, but his ninth life has left him right now. So T-bone set right on the edge of that embankment. You got to make him come in one way to get caught. That's the biggest thing. This soil is very easy to work with, and that's one of the reasons that I also picked the spot. Got hard clay, different places. Right here the other day, when I was on a continuous shooting spree, I caught a coyote right here, made a duff set out of it on a nice stock trail. This guy may have been traveling with that one, I don't know. But anyway, first two sets checked of the day and got one already, so good start. Back on this peg leg coyote, the T-bone, I did a remake of the set. This being so sandy here, it blends in real nice. Left a little rough in the area. Pounded the T-bone back in, put in some high Sierra with some wool back in the T-bone, and like I said, it blends in real nice. And main thing is with sandy soil, it's just getting the trap solid enough. No problem as far as rain on a set like this. It's going to fire, providing it don't freeze. But anyway, good location. Good location. Dirt hole set in the side of a side of the road here. Got a scent post behind me. Caught a bobcat here, about 8 days ago. Then I caught a possum, and now a coyote. So real catty area. Nice, easy dirt to work with. Several trails leading through here. Nice coyote. Just covering the bases. Well caught in a modified Bridger number 3. Got a T-bone set I put in here. Down in kind of a draw, found a bunch of scatter bones, and this being this is their meadow, that they bale. And out of all this grass in here, there's some very worn areas. There's a skull there, and it's all bleached out. And this area right in here was a little bit bare, a little easier to blend back in. I made the area bigger. I made the area bigger than the actual trap bed, and hopefully it'll dry itself out and blend itself in real nice. Nothing real big, just a bunch of duff that I was able to scrape up with my sifter, and then I blended it all back in. T-bone set against behind those little scrub trees. Make that coyote come around to this side of it. I don't think it'll be a big issue, but anyway, not my normal blocking, but this is a nice area, and I wanted to get something in, and that dirt worked pretty good there, so we'll see if I can catch me a coyote out of that T-bone. Well, This is number 61 off of this ranch. The sets are getting colder and colder. Not much activity finally coming through, so I got them knocked down pretty good on this particular property. This particular coyote was caught off of a T-bone set. You see the bank on the other side of the coyote. It's acts as blocking. Of course, caught him by the hind foot, but I don't know. I've caught 7, 8 coyotes in this little triangle down here, and it's right at the base of this drainage in this field. And of course, the drainage continues going on further on down toward the lake. Got cattle right next door. A good location. My next trip through on this particular property, I'm going to go and pull the traps. It's getting pretty thin. Best I'm getting in a day right now is 3 or 4, and so just time to move it. Just time to move it. So move on to new and dumb coyotes. Next coyote down the line, nice heavy fur coyote. One thing I want to point out is that in both cases, now it's the middle of December. I've been hammering these coyotes pretty hard, and the one common denominator with these coyotes is they certainly do like cattle. They like hanging around cattle. That's the hottest parts of my line this time of year. Just the way it is. I got sets in other areas that have been very productive, but now that things have, now that I've caught so many of them, and the coyotes that are here are just focusing on cattle areas. Of course, this is a good rough draw, nice and catty, and it's just over the hill from my last set where I caught the coyote in the hind foot. Got a nice coyote on a trail set. This is on a saddle coming from this drainage right here, and it comes right over here to this side. Obviously a lot of trails cutting across here. Got a divide just up here. This saddle's been pretty a primary trail for me this season. Beautiful Flint Hills. Beautiful Flint Hills with a beautiful coyote. Well, this is a first day check on this new location. Looks a lot like the areas I kind of just really cut up. Really heavy grass right here in this draw. This is the rancher's meadow. Right up here, he bales most of this ground except for down in the draws, and the coyotes really run down this stuff. Nice spot. Found some good dirt to work with along this hillside. The wind picks up real nice, better draw them in. So they got a trail that it's very faint. You can't really see it, but it's a game trail. There's no cattle in here. So anyway, he's remaking the whole set. So good location. I have another set down in that little draw. I have a few dead cattle that's been down in there. So it's got kind of a bone pile, and it's a real good area. That draw works very well too. So hopefully I'll have something coming up on the next. I had just taken a coyote out of a dirt hole set just right up this draw. I came down here and I had a T-bone set here the other day. Got some bone piles, cattle skull, whatnot. They're scattered around, and I had just enough dirt, enough good dirt in this area to work with in this location. Caught this one by the hind foot, and really didn't have it very good, only by a couple of toes. So I went ahead and took the shot and knocked her on out. And when I was setting up the next day, I bumped a coyote in this area, and it ran. I jumped the coyote right here, or that's where it came out of, and I saw it take off. Well, pretty clear path that I'm following down, but it's got a lot of rock. I was able to find one location, and of course I got this guy, and I went ahead and while I had the gun out, I went ahead and looked at the area, and thought, well, I know that trap's just right around the corner. Let me go ahead and check it out, and had one here. So really the last three traps, these two traps aren't much more than, I don't know, 30 yards or so. And then of course we got about 100 yards up to the next one. So kind of a triple in a way. Certainly a double right here, but you know, this is a hot spot. I really like this draw. Cattle, I got cattle down the end of this draw, probably another quarter-mile away, and cattle are also up here, another half mile up that direction. So this draw is pretty hot. I got a couple more traps further down the draw on the next hill over, and we'll check that out. So so far 3 in this one little section. So far I have 6 for the day, so let me get to busy remaking these things.